Tonight we have multiple important topics to talk about when it comes to Hero Clash changes. Make sure you watch the whole video and leave your opinion down in the comments below. Let's do this. Yo, what's going on, Hero Clash? Welcome back to a brand new video, but a special type of video, Hero Clash Intel. However, we're going to be going over a whole bunch of very important topics when it comes to Hero Clash. So make sure you watch the whole video, and at the end of the video, it would be awesome, greatly appreciated, if you guys gave me some feedback on what your opinion is on any of these topics we talk about, because your opinion does matter. Hero Clash does listen, and the only way to communicate is to talk. Here we go. Hey honk, hey honk. The first thing I want to touch up on is on Facebook. Darren made a super valid point. So let's jump on over there and read it really quick. He says, should Skyline event difficulty be reduced? It's not that I can't complete it. I can. But it just takes too much time to clear 7 battles every day because the margin of error is so narrow and so much luck is involved on the rerolls. This is true. Furthermore, it doesn't help that the first 6 days are mostly irrelevant apart from getting the 6-star ruin. Only the final day lineup matters. This is also true, 100%. The first 6 days had become a chore, and I've seen good players quit the game over Skyline's time wastage the past few months. This isn't why they signed up for Hero Clash, as it's a relaxing, idle game. Okay? And then he goes on to say, what I'm proposing is the difficulty be reduced to the point where we can mindlessly click through the 7 battles. The lineups will still matter in the end because it's PvP as a finale, and it will still be an event geared towards free-to-play players since we all have the same pool of heroes and build to choose from. Regardless of whether you agree with me, please vote. Your vote matters. So I ended up voting no, keep it the same. However, I do want to touch up on that because I agree with both. Okay, so before we read some of the responses, let's go over and just do this real quick. There we go. So when it comes to Skyline Realm, my biggest issue is when it first came out. When it first came out, it was absolutely amazing. Yes. The second time it came out was on the 1-year anniversary of Hero Clash. So not only did we have like 4 different events going on, deals and all these pages to click. First time, like, dude, I really don't want to play on my free-to-play account. Then on top of it, it was Skyline Realm, which is so obnoxious. But we muscled through it. And yeah, so fast forward, that was last month. Now fast forward to this month, we have the Thanksgiving event, and we have multiple events going on currently, which I'll show you guys right now. You know, we have the new hero, we have the Thanksgiving events, and we have the Skyline Realm. And again, they keep placing Skyline Realm on weeks where there's just so much going on, and that's what really takes away from the idle portion of Hero Clash, right? Trinity from the future here. Pretty much what I'm getting at, there's just way too much stuff to do in such a short amount of time. Hero Clash needs just to tone it down a little bit, and let's enjoy Hero Clash. So that's my biggest issue when it comes to Skyline Realm, is please stop placing it on busy weeks. It's very, very easy to place it on a dead week where there's maybe 1, maybe 2 events. However, you know, I know Darren mentioned how they have this monthly rotation that probably won't change. I completely understand from a business perspective. However, if the weekly rotation and the monthly rotation doesn't change, that means Skyline Realm needs to change, as it needs to be shorter. Maybe a weekend event from Thursday to Sunday or something. Also, Skyline Realm interferes with the Crucible. It also interferes with the Legendary Duel or Battle in Arena. Right here, Legendary Duel interferes with this. So at the end, I have to choose between either winning Legend Group of Legendary Duel or win the Skyline Realm, or try to win the Skyline Realm. And it sucks I have to choose from the both. I really feel like Skyline Realm needs to be it needs to end on a different day. Thursday through Sunday. I think that'd be beautiful. It ends off on the beginning of the week. Cake and doodles, right? Now, let's go back to the page and read some comments. And the first comment I completely agree with. Once you get to PvP part after the 7 wins, it's just a stun fest, and whoever has got a thunder basically blah 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 da da da. Remove that hero da 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 da. Okay, so I do want to touch upon God of Thunder really quick.
Let there be no escape for sinners.
Yeah, he's right. Let there be no escape for getting stunned. It's not called Skyland Realm. It's called Stunland Realm, and it needs to change. Get rid of God of Thunder. Get rid of all the stunning heroes, petrifying, all that nonsense, because it takes away from the experience. It does. To make it to the top 5 with ease, God of Thunder, with Dragon Scale or whatever. And overall, I feel like God of Thunder shouldn't even be in the game. Yes, I'm going to say it right now. He is too overpowered. He's way overpowered because he gains energy from his allies making attacks, right? He takes action and has a 100% chance of stunning one person and then a 25% chance of stunning everyone else. And that's not even including if you put on the debuff artifact, which is, top of my head, the Fang or whatever, Devil's Fang or whatever. Yeah, Devil's Fang. You know, so I feel like God of Thunder needs to be extremely nerfed or just simply removed from the game, which you guys won't remove him. However, I recommend nerfing him 100%. When it comes to God of Thunder, I 100% recommend just nerfing him. Decrease his stunning ability by 50, 60, 75%. I don't think he should immediately take action after he gets 100 energy. He's not even a game changer. He's like a GTA cheat code for unlimited weapons and unlimited health. It's fun at first, but if you have to go against him, it's just absolutely pointless, and it just makes you not want to play at all. And being towards the top of all Hero Clash players when it comes to skill, when it comes to time played, when it comes to knowledge, going against God of Thunder makes you not want to play the game, because he just stuns, and all that hard work, all that hard knowledge you built up to months and a whole year into Hero Clash can all be taken away just by one hero being able to stun at the basic level too. It's not like you have to rank him up all the way or put on Devil's Fang. No, you could literally have him at Epic Plus. He gets 100 energy and he'll stun your whole team. He's got to get nerfed, or more people are going to leave the game, which means less profits for Hero Clash, period. Now, when it comes to Skyland Realm, besides adding prizes that are better daily to entice people to, play it more, besides making Skyland Realm 3 days, what about do certain factions, like 1 month, you guys remove all stunning abilities, and the next month, you guys remove, let's say, God and Voiders. I think there needs to be a monthly rotation so it's different, because right now it's extremely repetitive, and I'm agree with Darren. It feels like a chore and it's obnoxious. Yeah, I'll go through it really quick, but it went from being fun and new to just being, let me get past this. Moving on, I don't want to talk about this too long, but moving on to the newest event that's coming soon in the Union is Summit Clash. I think this idea is atrocious. I think this idea is more worse than the Sparta exclusive skin. It is. I think this will take the cake from the exclusive skin. And because there's just so much to do, there's nothing idle about all these events, about all these things you can do. And then you guys added the Knight and Lord battle thing, which is pretty cool, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Summit Clash is just going to add on the list of, we have to do this now, we got to do that now. And it seems like a game mode where you're going to have to spend a lot of time going around the map, claiming this, claiming that. Yeah, there's some cool rewards, but I feel like if it's not an event by itself and only by itself, it's going to be an information overload. It's going to be a Hero Clash overload, which means people are going to short out and just put their phone down or go somewhere else. Okay, so next thing I want to talk about is the Knight Lord battle. Yes. Now, my biggest issue with this is, where is it at? If you go over to Friends, and then you have My Knights, right? Okay. So you have this countdown up here, but you're able to purchase up to 500, which I think is goofy, which I think is 2,500. Which I don't think this should even exist. Maybe a countdown, maybe every 6 hours you get 10. I don't think you should be able to replenish these with diamonds at all, because you can just go back and forth taking someone's knights. So let's say myself, here's my free-to-play account. Let's say someone wanted to claim my free-to-play account as a knight. Well, they can just beat me, which is very easy to do if you have 6 heroes that are good and you know how to rearrange and etc. but you can just go back and forth, and I feel like it kind of takes away from the idle portion of Hero Clash. To be honest, I'm happy my friends list is very small because I don't have to deal with this. I don't want to sit there and battle people over and over and over again, because you can do it pretty much an unlimited amount of times, well, up to 50, but I just feel like it should be 10 a day. That's it, or replenishes every 6 hours by 10 energy thingies, recruitment energy. And then when it comes down to it, I have another observation. Instead of battling back and forth, why not have a locked period? What about like a 1 hour locked period where once someone becomes a knight, they cannot be beaten. Your team cannot be beaten by anyone else until that 1 hour is up. And to top it off, when it comes to the gold per day, I don't think it should be based on the activity of the person. I think it should be based on just the clock of the person. So if they're a knight for 12 hours, I think you should get 12 hours of their reward. It shouldn't be based on what they do in the game. So if I go over to my free-to-play account and I hit the 24-hour AFK reward, which would be this, right? If I did it on my free-to-play account, which I'll show you all really quick. Let's just do it right now. Okay, so right now I have 5 hours. Too easy. Watch. There we go. And boom. So I activated it. And then go back. And then if we go up to the friends list right here, and then go over to my knights, as you can see, I have 10,000 gold coins waiting to be claimed. Yes. What happens if they decide not to claim the rewards for a day? You don't get anything. So I think this really needs to change. There needs to be a lock period, and it should be based on the time they're your knights, not their activity. I think it should be based on time and activity. So no matter what happens, even if the player disappears for a day or 2 days, you still get some type of percentage of a reward. That's what I recommend. Right now it's a decent mode, but I think it just takes away from the idle portion. Okay. So moving on to emulets. Yes, now this is a huge issue that I have with Hero Clash is the emulets, specifically the newest ones. So if you come on over to the tower store and you have this chest right here, you have 3 new ones. This is the oldest one. You have Silver Moon, you have Ocean Amulet, and then you have Mount Amulet. For those who don't know, once you get those, they take about a year and a half to max out, when the other ones only took maybe 1 to 2, maybe 3 months. And I really feel like this needs to change. Why does it take a whole year for Ocean Amulet to get complete, and a whole year for Mountain to get complete, and a whole year for Silver Moon to get complete? I think it's atrocious. I think it's not the move. And let's just read the Mountain one off really quick, okay? +5. Gains 5% damage reduction when receiving a basic attack or skill attack. Lasts for 1 turn and stacked up to 2 times. Level 10. Let's just go all the way to level 25. Gain 15% damage reduction when receiving a basic attack or skill attack. Lasts for 1 turn and stacks up to 2 times. Also gains shield equal to 8% of max HP. Lasts for 1 turn and stacks up to 2 times. So, think about it. You spend a whole year of earning all the things needed for this artifact to max it out just to have this effect. The time it takes to maximize this reward is the equivalent of going to college for 10 years just to be a cook at McDonald's. Like, it's not a college job, so why would this amulet take so much time for such a very basic grand reward, So either the time to max them out comes down drastically by at least 75-80%, or you guys change the effects of these and move them in a different category. Now, imagine if it was an actual Mount Amulet and it was, gain 50% damage reduction when receiving a basic or skill attack, lasts for 1 turn, and stacks up to 2 times, whatever the max is. And as you're attacked, it gets weaker, right? It shouldn't get stronger as you're attacked. It should get weaker. Then I would understand. However, that's not the case. And with the rest of these amulets, I think they're absolutely pointless. I do. Now, Ocean Amulet's absolutely amazing, but Mountain and Silver Moon is atrocious. Okay? Now, moving on to the Relic system. Yes, let me pull up my pride and joy.
A phoenix has its destination, and
Okay, so when it comes to the Relic system, I think the Relic system is a phenomenal system, and I think it was done almost perfect. However, I think there needs to be a few more tweaks. Now, I feel like Hero Clash needs to start catering more towards the free-to-play player because I'll be honest, the free-to-play player was shafted when it comes to server merge. I don't want to get into the server merge besides this. The cons of the server merge is free-to-play players were shafted. What they should have did was have a server merge, have the pay-to-win players, as in, you know, people in the top 32, top 64 of the Crucible have their own Crucible, and then fast forward a week, another Crucible starts where it's everyone below the 64. So whatever, maybe it's 200 to 64. I don't know. Right. So then that means the free to play players have some fun as well, because my free to play account just got back into the Crucible top 64, then a server merge, couldn't get back in. And now this Crucible, I finally got back in after months and months and months of playing on my free to play account. So I feel like it should have split to where free to play players weren't left out. And that was probably a huge flaw on Hero Clash's part. I don't know what happened there, but it is what it is. However, with doing that, I would also extend the Crucible to be once a month. Yes, so once a month for free-to-play players / anyone not in the top 64, and then once a month for everyone in the top 64. I feel like this needs to be rearranged because I've seen a lot of free-to-play players leave because of the server merge. It was disastrous. Couldn't believe it. Now going back to the Relic system, I think it's absolutely phenomenal. However, I think there needs to be more catering over to the free-to-play player, as in when it comes to the faction sweep, there needs to be an algorithm where there's more S cards, more S plus cards. Because I'll be honest, even when I pay 20 here, 25 there for the Relic system, you know, with the different events and stuff, it still takes a very long time to max out. My Phoenix took, 3 months to max out, and I only focused on her. Whenever I had a chance to get a Phoenix Relic, it was just to her, and it took 3 months. That's a quarter of a year, and she's one S plus hero out of a lot, you know? So I feel like the higher you progress as a free-to-play and a pay-to-win player in the faction... Losing my train of thought. What's it called?
A Phoenix.
Faction Expedition. The more you progress, I feel like there should be more odds of pulling S cards and S plus cards. I say at a certain level, maybe level 30, you're guaranteed one S plus card in each faction a month. I think they'd be awesome. Really quick, just to put in perspective on how hard it is to pull S/S plus card in the faction sweep, the Relic system's been out for a few months, maybe 3 months, and I've only pulled one S plus Tree Spirit, and that's it. Yeah. And then maybe guaranteed 1 or 2 S cards per month in each faction. I think that'd be phenomenal, and I feel like the free-to-play player would enjoy that, and it really wouldn't take any profits away from Hero Clash. I think this is a win-win for everybody, okay? Now, lastly, moving on to the new Gem Talesman, whatever the heck it's called, I think this is not the move. Unless it's 100% free-to-play, it's not the move. Because between the Summit Clash and this new gem thing going on, I think it's way too much. I do. So if I was Hero Clash, I would put it on hold. If there's any pay to win to it, is going to be pretty much the Relic system 2.0, and it's not the move. I'm just going to say that it is not the move. So unless it's free to play, I would not release it. Now, if I was Hero Clash, I would put the whole Gem Talesman stuff on hold probably till mid-2024 and rearrange so it's 100% free to play when it does come out. However, in the meantime, I would upgrade the Relic system to T2. Yes, create some type of fun system where we can get T2 armor, or geez Louise, T2 relics. I think that'd be absolutely phenomenal, and that's what I would do. Plus an increase in S and S plus relic cards, so we can start knocking out these S heroes, getting them to, 3, 9, 18 legendary relics. Because at the pace we're going now, it's going to take an eternity. Times 3. One thing I would do is make it free to play, so the free to play player has something to look forward to. Actually increase their heroes' attack and defense, crit, accuracy, blah, 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 at a rate where they can actually see and be like, yes, I did it. I think that's the best move for free to play players, and when it comes to the new system coming soon. Okay? So my final thoughts, Hero Clash is an absolutely amazing game. I love playing it. I spend 8 to 12 hours a day between making content, aka editing, recording, planning, playing the game, playing on 2 accounts. And yeah, the only time I feel burnt out is when you guys release Skyline Realm when there's multiple events. So in the comments below, let me know how you feel, what you think, what you want to change. Do you agree, disagree? Let's have a discussion in the comments, and I guarantee Hero Clash is going to read them all. So see y'all in the next video. Greatness manifested.